Oh my God. Oh Lord. What's going on? Let me tell y'all what I'm eating right now. I shouldn't even be eating this, but I work overnight. I need some energy. Oh my God. This is everything. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Woo. I got water on my sweater. What a night, right? I'm so sad that it's almost over. Ready to Love reunion is next week, and put a ring on it. Reunion was this week. Okay. Whew. Well, they had all the couples on there today. I was like, I should have known they were going to see. Leave Hollywood and Ashley last because okay, I'm just snacking. I'm sorry, y'all. So anyway, they had Shay and Mike up first. This is why I like Shay and Mike, honestly, because Mike has a big brain. He's very smart. Shay's very smart too. You could their brains go together very well, and of course they always go back and oh, I had the heater on. Might be a little loud for y'all. They always go back and recap what happened this season. We know Shay was struggling because she wanted to get married. She also was struggling because Mike wanted to have his son move in with them. And I like how Mike really put it when he said that he really kept the interaction. Well, whenever he dates somebody, he keeps, as far as his son, they don't have that much, time together. So, and I understood that when he said that Shay really didn't get a whole lot of time. Now, of course, Shay's behavior is Shay behavior. She's an adult. But I understood what he meant that he didn't give them much time to get to know each other because he keeps them apart. Every parent does that. But the Airbnb comment, I know everybody brings that up. You know how production highlights things. Because that was a bad comment. It was. Let's be honest. Okay. Because her comment, it made people feel like, wow, you're dating a man that has kids, a son. And you knew that going in, but yet you were being weird about it. This is the way I feel about the whole show and then the reunion. There really wasn't a big surprise. But really the surprise I saw was when Ulysses and Mimi were on there. And every time I see them, I just feel so bad. I do. Every time I see them up there. Because when you listen to Mimi and listen to Ulysses talk, you see the love there. But you also see the hurt. And I do believe that her dad's death um, really had a lot to do with the hurt that they both experienced because he also was close to her father as well. And then also they came on the show, and right there on the show they had to end up leaving because of his health was declining. So all that was wrapped into their relationship and on TV for everybody to see. People want to see them come back for their own show or come back for season two because they really got to miss out. They missed out on all of it. People want to hold on, y'all. Ooh. Down the wrong pipe. Jesus. That's why I'm letting water on air because anyway, had a moment. People want to see Mimi and Ulysses come back to get a chance because people want to see, and I said this myself, that I want to see Ulysses see them try to go on dates and see his reaction because you know he can be turned up just like Hollywood was turned up, and he was turned up the whole time. Now the situation with Shay, her dates, because she had 2 days there, that was into her, and of course Mike had Whitney. Whitney, she has the cutest dimples. People saw them. I almost think the way they saw Kwame and the way they saw Ashley, that they had some kind of genuine connection. To be honest, I feel like with Shay and her dates, it was more or less probably a physical situation there. Nothing deep. They didn't have enough time, but I think it was an instant chemistry. The young man that picked her up, that was a vibe. You could tell. But at the back of her mind, I know you could tell Shay is deep in love with Mike, and Mike is surely deep in love. I think because Mike wasn't all loud and rah rah, that the assumption was, oh, Mike didn't care. I just think Mike did not express himself, but I do believe he did care as far as what she was doing. Oh my God, I've run this bottle that fast. We've been on here for 6 minutes. So I do think that Mike actually cares about Shay. He loves Shay. He just doesn't what he wasn't expressing himself all loud like Hollywood was. Everybody expressed themselves differently. And I felt like it was a service level as far as the guys. Now the Whitney situation, I think that if he was into Shay, dating anybody, just on his own, not necessarily saying it's gonna work, but I can see, if I get my words together here, I can see Mike and Shay. I'm sorry, Mike and Whitney or Whitley. Am I saying Whitney? Whitney. I'm sorry, Whitney. Taking it to another level. I mean, I don't know how the personalities would have gelled. You could say somebody look good together, but time and get to know somebody. Shay and Mike have done that. Lived together, got to know each other. The quirkiness, the bad, the good, whatever. So they've been there. They were just working on their relationship. Okay, because relationship does take work. Now, as far as because like I said, Ulysses and Mimi didn't really get a chance. Tamika and Vince. I was reading some comment. People were saying they thought that Vince was fake. I don't believe that. You have to understand these people. Some of the people, I think that most of them had never done anything like this before. How would you add there's a camera following you around in your apartment where you and your girl or your man is at, and that you're reacting and doing things? The producers might be saying, "Hey, Tamika went out last night. Y'all gonna talk about it?" And go. You don't know what we don't know what was said to them to get them to the place where they were at. So I don't know. I just kind of feel like we don't really know. So we judge quickly. Yeah, I'm a blogger. Yeah, I do commentary on the show and this whole season. But I also think about it because I talk to other people who say producers change the narrative of the show. So the reunion was pretty much just rehashing everything that they had been through over the season, all the couples. And of course, they brought Ulysses back. And Tamika and Vince came in when Ulysses and Mimi had to leave. I was happy to see them all together. Well, not together, but well, yeah, kind of together. Yeah, at the end they were. As far as Hollywood and Ashley, I'm gonna say something. Okay. I feel like, in my opinion, and I might be wrong about this. Okay. I don't know why I feel like Kwame kind of disrespected Hollywood a little bit. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know, y'all probably gonna come with me in the chats for this, but I mean in the comments once the live drop, because I know most of y'all asleep. The other couples I feel like when they were not going after, when they were dating the other, like Shay, for instance, those guys, and even Tamika, Vince, I didn't see it. To me, Kwame really wanted Ashley. I'm not saying they didn't want Shay. I didn't say they didn't want Tamika or Vince. Or I think Michael may have been a little bit closer to what Kwame and Ashley had. But even still, Whitney was to me so respectful when she spoke to Mike, even though you could tell she wanted Mike. But I feel like on the real, I feel like Kwame had no respect for that relationship. I don't know, just, and I can't put it into words exactly. I just really feel like Kwame didn't have no respect. I feel Ashley did, and I feel people give Ashley a lot of flack for her doing the process. That's the part that I don't understand. She's on the show, you watching the show, you see it's the process. What is the problem? She's going through the process. I feel like Kwame wanted to put her in a position where there was no going back for her. But see, Ashley was in a tough position. She gonna throw away 9 years of her, relationship with Hollywood to really truly take a chance on somebody she really doesn't know she'll jail with, doesn't know, and for everybody to say, oh, you should have just left Hollywood and go to Kwame. But that's so easy for people to say that. That's why I would never say to Ashley, oh, you should have left Hollywood to go to Kwame. I think she should do whatever she needs to do for Ashley, even if it meant her not being with either one of them. This thing about women, people always put to say, well, I think you shouldn't do this. Oh, I wouldn't do that. I couldn't take that if it was me. But you're not in a position to say that because you're not in the situation. Tamika's situation was different. Shay was different. And so was Ashley. Right? So I don't think anybody should be allowed to judge them because they make a decision for their life. They have to live this life. We don't. We watching from the couches and the phones and everything, but they have to make a decision. And people came in Hollywood and Ashley kind of crazy. I don't know why. They came in all over crazy, really. But to me, more so they came and Ashley and then people was like, well, Hollywood was too hype. So y'all have to go to Louisiana to see how it is. I have like videos of stuff going on in Louisiana. Like literally the whole time I'm there, even myself, because y'all got caught up. I would be just hyped the whole time I'm there because it's very infectious. You go home, everybody's like, hey, or whatever. And it's fun, it's great. And if he liked that from what she says and the family, I saw his family tonight, they are all like that. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with living life? What's wrong with being happy? You know what I'm saying? Of course, if someone else is calm or chill, it's not a bad thing neither. I'm saying, what's wrong with him being hyped like that? That was the comment that people were saying in the chat. Oh, he too hype, he too whatever. He wouldn't let Ashley talk. Now, I know people saying like they said Hollywood wouldn't let her speak or whatever. But when Ashley wanted to say something, she said something. We all have quirks and things. If you with somebody, if you have somebody, you with somebody, you already know that that person has a quirk or something that maybe only you can deal with, and vice versa. That's real love. What if she got with Kwame as everybody was telling her to do, and she wasn't gonna be happy with him? That's what I'm saying. I think we quick to say stuff and don't really know it. And yes, I even saw Kwame and her on the Instagram live. I have to admit, they do have like, excuse me, y'all. They do have like a attraction to each other. You can tell, you can see, you can feel the chemistry between the two of them. But does that mean that she should drop everything because it might be feeling good? I don't know. That's that woman's decision and what she want to do for herself. And like I said, there was a connection between two, but I can see even when they talk on the Instagram live, just having a casual conversation, you can tell. I had one time I asked myself, "Are you mad?" And Kwame was very handsome. He's very handsome, and I just said I feel like that he was a little disrespectful to Hollywood. That's my opinion. I might be wrong or whatever, but I did feel like that. Ooh, I just ate too many cookies. Oh my god. I'm gonna throw these cookies in the trash. I should have bought these cookies. But I do feel like that he disrespected the relationship a little bit because he wanted her bad. And sometimes men do that. They want somebody so bad they won't care about the respect. And I do believe that was a situation. I don't think that she thought or him that they were going to be into each other. And I'm being for real. I do not think that he thought that she thought that they were going to be into each other when they actually was at the end of the day. So, well, Mimi And Ulysses, he said he had a ring for her, but he decided he was going to do, hey, let's get married, I think on the show. And he said he didn't do it to give her more time. I felt bad though. I put the video on my Instagram. I don't know why I felt bad when he said it. He said I got a ring and everything. I was like, dang. I guess I could tell he loves her like a freaking lot. She loves him too. She's very quiet, demure. She's not all, loud either. She can just tell she's cheating. I she said on my, I interviewed her. She said she got something to say. She will say it. She did say that. Mimi said that, but she's real quiet. And I don't know, a public engagement like that. I don't know if she found out about it and was like, or maybe he just decided right now is not a good time. You can tell she's still hurt. You lose your dad. There's no kind of time. My dad been gone since 2011. It wouldn't take nothing for me to break down. Even though I could talk about it and everything now, but for her, it's probably still fresh, and that's a hard thing to go through. So the fact that she said he'd been there for her and everything else, their story, their story, I just want to follow to see. I am gonna continue. I follow all of them, but I'm gonna continually follow the two of them to see, just to see what goes down. Just see what goes down. But anyway, that's all I got, y'all. The reunion, the last thing for these two, the reunion is next week for Ready to Love, which I heard is gonna be crazy. I did. hmm I'm not sure if I'm doing interviews this weekend. I might have one interview this weekend. I'm waiting for my mic to come. I need to test it. So I am working on that. Um, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep you posted on that to see what we got going on for Saturday. And then I actually just got 2 more days. I just got 2 more days. Then I'm off again. All right, y'all. Let me chill before I have to go back. I just want to come through. I ain't gonna be on here for no 17 minutes. Y'all will see this live when y'all see in the morning. Most of y'all are probably asleep. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. And thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for coming through to the live today. As you guys know, this is commission. I'm putting my disclaimer up. I know it's gonna take down my what's the name? I need to add it to my background. And that's all I got.